welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and I am so freaking excited for this video. I've been wanting to do this for so long and I'm really glad that I'm finally taking the time to do it. I know it's going to be a bit of a process. I know it's probably going to be a few days to do this, but I am really excited. So the plan is I am going to reorganize my bookshelves, decorate them, make them look a little more suited to my style and my aesthetic, and kind of make it blend a little better in this room. I do want to keep in mind that I do have mostly fantasy books, and fantasy books are very dark. And so yeah, we're just gonna have to keep that in mind while we're decorating. And this is gonna be kind of like a step-by-step process. We're just gonna style my bookshelves and hope that they turn out really well. All right, friends, so this is gonna be a little bit of a step-by-step process, like I said. So step one is we are going to be taking everything off of the shelves. I really like to start with a blank canvas. That way you can kind of get an idea of exactly where you want to put your books, and it just makes it look so much better when you do start from scratch. This also helps to stay organized, so you'll have all of your books stacked up in one place and all of your decorations in another, and you can go through them much easier this way. It's also pretty cool to see your books just strewn across the floor like this. It looks like you have a lot of books, that's for sure. Okay, step two is we are going to build the bookshelf. I do have all of the big bookshelves built already, but there was one little small one that I still needed to build. So that's what we're gonna do next. And I have to say, I actually really love building stuff. There's something relaxing about it. You can just listen to music or listen to an audiobook and kind of just zone out. As you can tell, Winnie loves to help with this whole process. Maybe it's more like getting in the way, but that's okay. I actually really like having her help while I'm doing this. It's really cute, and she keeps me company. Alright, so we are done emptying the shelves, and I built this small one, as you can tell, and then I also have an extender like these other ones that I built, but whoops, but I actually kind of like it. Ow, it's such a mess in here. I actually kind of like it without the extender on it and just a plant up there. So I think that I'm gonna leave it like that. And yeah, I think it looks amazing. It looks so much more filled out on this wall, and I'm so excited to fill these guys up. But I think for today, I'm going to stop here just because I'm really tired and I still have a few other things that I have to do today. And yeah, so I'm gonna make myself some tea and we will continue on with this process tomorrow. I'm excited. It is day 2 of this whole process, and I'm feeling really good today. Hopefully we can get these all finished. I hope so. Yeah, it's a bit of a process. And I haven't gone through the things that I want to keep and throw away and like give away out of everything that I found on the shelves. So we're gonna kind of do that as we go along. Yeah, I'm in my comfy clothes. I might get hot, so I might take this off. And I have some tea, so we are ready to go. Let's get started. I think I'm gonna organize them by genre and then by author, alphabetically. It just seems to be easier for me to do that and find books that way. So that's the plan. Wish me luck. Let's do it. Step 3 is the hard part, which is going through all of the books and decorations. I'm starting with the books first, and I'm organizing them by category. I also have to use my phone to make sure that I get the categories right. If there is a book that is in a series, I want to make sure that it's in the fantasy series section, if that makes sense. I'm also going onto Goodreads to check on the books that I'm not sure about and make sure that they are ones that I want to keep or I want to give away. All right, step 4 is putting the books on the shelf. This is probably the most tedious process because this is where you're figuring out exactly which shelves belong to which category of books. So I really had to mess around with this a lot. I moved the books around a lot. But once you come up with a good format, everything just flows together really nicely. The 2 things that I knew that I wanted from these bookshelves were I wanted the Harry Potter shelves to be right in the middle, and I wanted the young adult to be somewhere in the middle as well, because those are definitely the 2 sections that I enjoy the most, the 2 sections that I want to show off the most, and I also wanted my classics section to be in there as well. So knowing that, I kind of built everything else around that format. Guys, so I have put all of the books on the shelf. I also have a stack of books over here that I'm going to give away. And then this is just like miscellaneous books that I don't know what to do with yet, so I think I'm going to wait and see what I want to do with these later. But yeah, I'm glad I have, let me show you. I have two blank shelves there, which is really nice. I have a blank shelf down here and a blank shelf there, but I am going to be putting my Harry Potter books on some of those blank shelves on the middle. I might even be able to get away with 3 shelves of Harry Potter books, which would be kind of cool. But everything else is there. I just haven't organized them by author yet, so I'm gonna do that next. But for now, that's what it is. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work with the Harry Potter shelves first, get those sorted and figured out, and then move my way to everything else and figure out what I want to do. So yeah, but I'm really excited. I feel like I got a good base going right now. Yeah, anyway, okay. Harry Potter shelf time. Okay, there they are. So it's these 3 shelves. And I think obviously ignore everything else because I haven't finished that yet, but that's them for now. I think I really like this shelf in particular. That's probably my favorite shelf. Step 5 is arranging the books in the order that you want them. So I am arranging them by the last name of the author. They are already in their genres, so this is pretty easy. You just have to go through them and put them in alphabetical order. I actually like arranging things alphabetically, so this was a lot of fun for me. After you get done with arranging the shelves alphabetically, you slowly are going to put them in some sort of format. So I like to have my books standing up on their sides, one facing the front. You can do a bunch of different things with books, and I like to kind of have a combination of all of that. So as I go through each shelf, I'll mess with it, I'll see what looks good. I also want to make sure that everything is balanced. That's the key to bookshelves, making sure that it's balanced. This can be really, really tricky, and I have to say, I have to go back a lot. Sometimes one shelf will be exactly the same as one that's 2 down. You want to make sure that they all look different and that the white space that you see on each shelf is balanced with the other. There's not going to be 3 shelves in a row that have a lot of white space. You want to make sure that there is white space throughout the entire thing, not just on one shelf. It is now day 3 of doing my bookshelves, and I'm really glad that I've been kind of breaking it up. I'm not spending like all day doing it, although yesterday was a really long day and I was definitely ready to be done with it by the time that it was done. Sorry, these clips are like right by my ear. So I'm glad that today is going to be a little bit of an easier day. So I put up all of the books where I want them. The only thing that we have left to do is to decorate them and put my little decor pieces that I've collected up. So I did go through all of the decor that was previously on there, and I got rid of a lot of things that were colors that I didn't really want to use. I'm going for more neutral and cohesive colors. All of the other decor that didn't really go with it, I am getting rid of or doing something with, probably giving them to Goodwill. There's not a ton of stuff. I did this morning go to Goodwill, and I also went to the plant store and TJ Maxx, Home Goods. And I got some decor pieces that I wanted to share with you guys. Here's some of the things that I got. So I just got these little bottles that I thought were really cool. I think I got these at Michael's actually a little bit ago, and I'm gonna use those. I also like using natural elements like stones, and I really like these little bowls. And here's another one over here. So we have this color scheme of like terracotta, white, and brass, as you can see. I also got some new plants for it. These other plants I've had, but I just got new pots for them. And then I got this and this and this from the thrift store, and I'm really excited about these. They were $2 each, and I don't remember how much this one was, but probably around that price range, and I just love them. I also got this really cute little like box, and I got this from TJ Maxx, so I think it'll go well in here as well. I have some deer horns. If you guys don't know, these fall off naturally, so no animals were harmed with those. And then I have a little picture that I'm gonna put on here as well. So these are our main base decorations that I'm going to use. It's my favorite step, which is step 6, decorating. Now that we have a really good base, the decorating part is really easy. Depending on what your style is and what you want to go for on your shelves, picking decorations can be a little bit tricky. I think the thing that I find is the easiest is finding decorations that all go with a certain style or color scheme. For instance, my style is pretty much vintage and bohemian, and I love neutrals in general, and my books are really bright, so I really wanted to bring more neutrals to my decorations, so that is what I went for with mine. But if you're a more colorful person, you can choose a color scheme that has a lot more color, and that would look really good with a bunch of colorful books as well. It's just up to your own style preference. Personally, I really like filling my spaces with things that make me happy, which are plants and other decorations that I feel like kind of can tell a story. So I really want to make sure that all of my decor are things that I really love. Another key tip is to stand back and take a look at your bookshelves as a whole. I think that's probably another one of the most important tips that I could give you when decorating a bookshelf. Finally, we are done. And it's now time for the grand reveal. Drum roll, please. Done with the shelves. So I'm going to do like a really quick run through of where I put all of my books, and then at some point I will do a bookshelf tour and go into more detail on those shelves and the books that are on them. But for now, this is just going to be like a really quick overview of these guys. Up here I have sci-fi. Right next to it I have horror and thriller. And then I have adult fiction, and then this next shelf is all adult fantasy, and it has fantasy series as well as just regular fantasy. The next one has some of my Christian books in that little shelf, and then all of my Harry Potter books. And then below that I have my Holly Black section, and then I have my graphic novels, and then the next two shelves are my classics. Moving down here, this is all of my young adult fantasy books, and they're either like series or they're standalones, and that's on all of the bottom, all of these two shelves. And then on the very bottom, I have my middle grade, some young adult fiction books, and then some mangas. So that's kind of how I set it up. I have them sorted again by genre, and then within that alphabetically by the last name of the author. So that is how they're sorted. These shelves came out exactly how I was picturing them, and I love how there's still room to grow. Like, I have enough space in here that if I do want more books at some point, then I do have space for them. But for now, I'm really happy with the amount of books that I have. I feel like it's the perfect amount, you know, like I still have a bunch to read, and I've read a bunch of them, and I really like how it came out, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, if you guys have bookshelves, please let me know how you organize them yourselves. I hope that you guys liked watching this video, maybe learned something about decorating some bookshelves. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you. Bye.